Okay, but we are actually going to stand up slightly. All right, what I want you to do is start off standing, and you're just going to do your roll down. So that's chin to chest, shoulders forward, rolling down, hands down towards the floor. Okay, so just put your hands, bend your knees so that you can touch the floor. So depending on how flexible you are. Okay, so have your head. And then I want you to look up. So you're stretching and elongating your spine. So you're sort of sticking your bottom out, lifting the head, but still connecting the feet and the hands to the floor. And then just look down and come up. Then we're going to do one more. So we're really elongating and flattening the back. Your legs can be as bent as you need them. Looking up ahead of you. So feel that arch of the back. And then head down and legs straighten as much as you can. And then we do one more. So looking forward, brilliant. Okay, so I want you to then start to take your hands off the floor. And I want you to feel like you're sat on a chair. Okay, and I want you to really pull your tummy in as you start to lift your arms. Okay, it's a tricky one. You need the strength in your side, but I want you to brace that tummy, brilliant. So you're sort of sat there in that balanced position. Hold it there, really pull the tummy in, and then come back down. Okay, all right, that's lovely. So we'll just try that one again so you can get the feeling. So sit your bottom back as if you're sitting into a chair, brace the tummy, and then come up. Sort of round your lower back, pull the tummy in, and feel really strong. As if somebody would push you, you wouldn't fall over. And then come back down. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going down into down dog. Okay, so head down, bottom up. So you're in like a V position. Most of us have done this. Katie, you okay? All right, so downward dog, trying to push the heels down into the floor. And then I want you to bring your weight over your arms and come up onto your toes. Go back again, push back. Lovely stretch, head up. Rock the body forward onto your arms, up onto your toes. So you're sort of going from downward dog to not quite a plank. You're just rocking forward. A little bit of strength starts to be built up in the arms. Really good for the arm strength and shoulders. Rocking forward, head comes up, over the arms, and then back again one more time. Good. Okay. So if you could bring one foot, however you do it, I don't mind, bring one foot up between your hands. Right, it's a big stretch. So we've got a big hip flexor stretch. We've got our hamstring being stretched. We've got the leg straight out behind us. Okay, so really, really stretching that groin, hip flexor where you've been sat a lot during the week. Really good stretch. Just have a little look at the front leg. Is your knee over your ankle? Okay, most of you look like you are. If it's in front of your ankle, then just rock back a little bit, okay? Nice deep, hold it there. Okay, now drop the back knee to the floor. Now you're being more of your familiar hip flexor stretch, yeah? Okay, now stay there if that's fine for you. If you can, see if you can come and sit up into that hip flexor. If you feel okay, see if you could take your arms up. Trying to keep your body nice and central, nice and stretched, nice and balanced. And you should feel that hip flexor on that back leg all the way down the front of it. And then take the arms out to the sides and come back down. Brilliant. Okay. So we're going to pop that leg back, however you do it, don't mind, doesn't need to look graceful, back into that down dog. And then I want you to bring the other leg forward. So popping it in between your hands, keeping that back leg up, nice and straight and long. So you're getting a lovely stretch down here and in the back of the hamstring. Just check that the knee is over the ankle up front. So we're really stretching all those muscles that we just used. Lovely. Then drop the back knee. Let the foot go flat on the floor. Come to fingertips. If fingertips is enough for you, stay there. If you can come up. And then if you feel happy, take it all the way and try and stay lovely and tall. And then just slowly drop the body slightly forward. As you probably come up a little bit, just drop the body down into that stretch. Lovely stretch. Looking good, guys. Okay. Great. Okay, let's go back up into, down dog. Must have got stuck to the mat. Okay, so down dog. We're going up. Push the heels down. What I'd like you to do is take your left leg and lift it up to the ceiling just slightly, and then take it round behind your right leg. And you should feel a bit of a twist in the body. So you're crossing your legs over behind you. Okay, so all the way down the side on the left, you should feel a nice stretch. Good, come back to down dog, and then lift the right leg just slightly and take it around behind you. Reaching all the way down that side. Good. Coming back to down dog. Excellent. Okay. What I'd like you to do now, come round a little bit. Okay. Come down onto the floor and put your hands sort of so you're on your elbows and your hands under your face. Should we just sit here and have a little chat? Okay. See if you can grab one leg. Okay. Just doing our quad stretch. That's it. Lovely. Just resting there. I haven't put any music on. Just while you're doing that, I'll put the music on. Me chatting away. That's better, isn't it? Okay, change legs. Do the quad stretch on the other one. So keeping the elbow here, lifting that leg. Now, if anybody is flexible enough that they can get hold of both legs, they can then come up and lift their chest. But it is a tricky one, so just do them individually. But if you can, you're opening your chest, holding onto both ankles, and you feel that down the tummy too. And then lift again. Well done. Well done. That was good. Well done, Kerry. That was great. You did that. Good. So, hands underneath the face, elbows on the floor. We're going to take our left leg, and we're going to twist the body, taking that left leg round behind us. Like, keep connection with the left hand, so you're not sort of falling backwards. Just take that left leg so that you can feel all that stretch across the body. This works across from one side to the other. There you go. And then rock back, elbow on the floor, right leg behind you. And this time, see if you can look over your shoulder at your back leg. And then we're going to rock back again. We're going to do the same thing, back on that left side again. So taking that top leg back, lovely stretch all the way down the front of the body. And then we're going to put the elbow back down that side and lift the right. You could rock like this all day. Just rocking from one side to the other. Good. Well done. How did that feel? Okay. So we're going to go out into our Superman, our laying Superman. So the hands go a bit like a star, really. So the hands go out along the floor and the legs go along the floor. And what I want you to do is just lift your right arm and your left leg and stretch your body from fingertips to toes. Putting the tummy in off the mat and then down. On your left hand, your right leg, stretching the body, pulling the tummy up in the middle and down. And let's do that again. Each side, right hand goes out, left leg, stretch and down. And again on the left arm and right leg. Good. Okay. So we're actually going to do, they call it the star. So you're going to lift both arms up off the floor and both legs up off the floor. So first of all, let's brace our tummy and our glutes. You can squeeze your bottom and you can pull your tummy in, prepare and then lift. And then come back down and lift. Let the tummy go, let the bottom relax. And then we go again, ready? So squeeze the bottom, pull the tummy in up off the mat and lift arms and legs. And then down. Good, 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 good. Okay, so what have we got next? We're going to come back into child's pose. We need to let the back just have a little rest. So, feet nice and wide, tummy and chest down through the legs. Reaching forward. Good, just taking a few breaths here. Lovely. Good, then we're going to come back up onto all fours. We're going to do our thread threading the needle, really good one for back mobility. So up onto all fours, making sure you've got a very flat back so the back doesn't go up and down and doesn't twist and the hips don't drop. Okay, so we're going to take my right arm up towards the ceiling as far as you can, looking back, and then you're going to bring, and like I say, don't drop that hip. Okay, you're just reaching with the back. That's it, good. So if you dropped your hip, you'll be able to reach a bit further, but you want to keep the hips level. Looking up to the ceiling, a big reach up, and then thread that needle through that hole. Brilliant. And again, up we go. That's the third time, through the hole. And we'll do one more this side. Always good to do sort of 4 each side. Up we go. Last one, see if you can reach that bit further. Go up in the shoulder, but keeping the hips level. Lovely. You're going to change sides. Good. Okay, so taking the arm up, looking back, you might find you're more stuck on one side than the other. Reaching forward, trying to keep those hips level. Taking your time, lovely, looking up. And then looking through. I've got 2 more of these. Taking them, looking up. Looking good, that's it, lovely. Just really feeling those stretches in the back. And last one on this side. Here we go. And back. Good. I think we just do a couple of cat-cows there. So cat is the back goes up to the ceiling, just feels right to do a couple here. And then down. And then one more up. Good, and then flat back again. Brilliant. Okay, so from your kneeling position, I'm going to get you to take one leg out to the side. Okay? We're not going to go down like we normally do. We're going to add a side bend here. So hand can rest on there, and some side bend. Okay? Try and keep it as sideways as possible. So it's a real reach up. You might feel that you've got a little bit of tension here as well, a little bit of stretch there. And come back. And then we're going to go again. Reaching up. Good. 2 more on this side. Up we go. Always good, like I say, to do 4. And again. Good. And we're going to take the other side. So come back to kneeling. Taking that leg out. Just to the point where you start to feel the stretch. And then reach. All the way down. Good. Lovely. So just increasing that flexibility on our side, and side leg. And again, 2 more. Just hold and see if you can go a little bit further each time. Never bounce these stretches, but just flow into them and hold them there. Good. Okay. Right. So we're going to come up slightly to a standing position. Sorry. See if you can still manage to see me. I'll tilt my camera slightly. You may want to push your mat to one side because the mat is going to stop you from being able to balance very well. Okay, so just slide it out if you've got one. I'd like you to just bring your knee up into your chest if you can. Okay. Then from there, once you've got the balance, I want you to start taking the leg out behind you. Okay, you might want a chair nearby. And then I want you to bring the arms out to help with that balance, don't worry. Try and keep yourself lovely and long, so between fingers and toes. If you lengthen the body, the core will work. Oh, fantastic. A little bit of a wobble, but that's great. Coming back up, put down. Good. Other leg. Pull that in, really in, like we do when we're on the floor. Stand nice and straight, little soft knee on the standing leg. And are you ready? Taking out lovely and slowly. Reaching forward. Good man. Stretch that body from fingers to toes. You feel that foot on the floor wobbling probably. Trying to keep you balanced. And then come back up. Excellent, guys. Well done. So we're going to do that one more time on each side. Here we go. It's quite testing for the whole body. It has to work as a team when you're balancing, right from your tips to your toes, all the way to your head. Ready? Taking it back nice and slowly. slower you move, probably the easier it is because you just stay in control. Bending that standing leg. Good, and coming back up. Excellent, these are good. Here we go. And you guys are on carpet probably, I'm on wooden floor, so pulling that leg in, just feel that nice little stretch here, and then we're going to go again. Stretching out, almost like diving in on a swimming pool. Reach in, fingers and toes. Fabulous. And back in. Okay. So, brilliant. We're going to go back down again. Sorry, I keep going up and down, don't I? Okay. So, come down onto the floor. So we're going to go back into that down dog, popping the bottom up to the ceiling, head between the arms, pushing those feet down. Let's have a lovely stretch. You can pedal your feet, which means in one knee then the other, pushing the heels down into the floor alternately. Nice calf stretch, really good for the calves. Okay, then I want you to rock forward into that plank position again, taking the weight of your body. If that's too much, just always drop your knees there, okay? Then I want you to bring your one leg to the outside of your hand. So it really is to the outside, okay? So I'm just going to do it right out here. And what I want you to do is just rock backwards and forwards. Your toes coming up at the back, just rocking backwards and forwards, and maybe rock side to side. Just really opening up those hips. The glute stretch, hamstring. Lovely, brilliant. So back into that plank, keeping the bottom down, weight over the arms again, strengthening those arms. And then I want you to bring the other leg forward. Okay, forward as you can, outside the foot, outside the hand. And just rock again, up onto the toes, rock it back, whatever feels good for you. Forward and back, sideways. Really good way to start the day or end the day, to be honest. I use these stretches every morning. I try and do these now, so it's really good. I thought we'd go through them and then you could just watch them. I could do a clip with just these ones. Good. And then taking that step back into plank again, just doing the strength of the arms, drop the bottom. Good. And then we're going to drop the knees. Back into child's pose. So sit back, open the chest. Open the legs so the chest can go through. We're going to take our left hand out to the left, right hand on top. Getting the stretch down one side. Take some nice deep breaths. Then we're going to put our hand out to the right, hand on top. Lean back to the left, feel that stretch down the back of the arm, going towards the hips. Good. Okay, then we're going to do our puppy pose. We've done it for a couple of weeks now. I'll just talk it through for Katie. So you can sort of start in all fours so that the hip is above the knee. Then you want to reach your hands out as far as you can and then drop back into it. So the chest, the chin, the face drops towards the floor. It's a lovely shoulder stretch as well. So the bottom is generally 3 fingers above the knees as you sit back. And I can really feel this down my front of my tummy as well. Good. So just slipping into that, whatever feels right for you. If that is ever too much, you can always have something in front of you, high, raised, so that you don't need to go all the way down to the floor. So you can have like some cushions or pillows in front of you or a block, and then you can use that. Okay. Good. And then we're going to go back up into down dog one more time. Each time you go up, whether you can get your heels a little bit further to the floor, whether you can get your tailbone a little bit higher as you work through this position. Lovely, and then come back down, dropping the knees, dropping the hips towards the floor, and see if you can stay up in swan dive. So that's where you drop the hips, shoulders are up, and then look up in front of you. If that's too much for you, your back hurts, just drop the hips down. Lovely, and then come all the way down. Rest. You can just rest your head down on your hands. So then we're going to come to elbows. So it's literally you're just going to bend your elbows and come onto those. If you feel okay, you can push back up into swan dive, and if you feel you can lift your hips without it hurting your back, you can actually lift your hips off the floor. Brilliant. Okay, coming to sitting. Hopefully you're slowly cooling down from the cardio session. So you're going to bring one leg in, and we're going to reach over. So try not to collapse, okay? So it's not a case of doing this, because that's just generally your back is stretching. You're going to have your hand out and you're going to reach over. And bring your toes towards you. You should feel that in the inside and the back of the calves. Reaching. Then we're going to go the opposite way, and we're going to reach over here. Good. One more, over the foot. And then over. You can lift your hand down for support. Now, staying in this position, I want you to just bring your hand behind you here, okay? And we're going to try and twist the body, looking over the shoulder. You're really driving that elbow back without pushing on your head. You can use your hand here if you want for a little bit of an extra twist. Good. Okay, let's go the other side. Leg out, leg in. Reach over and towards your toes. Staying tall so you can just reach forward. Bring the toes towards you, get an extra stretch. Hand goes back. One more over. Stretch it forward. Lean tall, I'll collapse a bit then. Stay tall. And over. Good. And you're going to put the hand just behind. Don't pull it forward at all, just don't put pressure. And then you're going to turn, trying to drive that elbow as far back as you can. Lovely. Right, what else we've got? Oh yes, lay on your back. I have to look at my list then. If you lay nicely on your back, well that's good, isn't it? Let's just do a couple of pelvic tilts here, just rocking the back. So pushing the back right deep into the floor and then lifting it, tilting it upwards. Really feel like a little massage on your lower back. Good. So what I'd like you to do is just drop your knees to one side, drop them down, leave them there for a second, then bring them back up and drop them over to the side. Your hands can be out like a T to get a nice stretch across the back. Now I want to try and just do something a little bit different here. We're going to cross the top leg, okay? And then I want you to drop the legs both together. It's slightly different than just having them next to each other. And keep that leg crossed and take it the other way. You've got a little extra weight there, so it does pull that leg across a little bit more. And then bring the legs back up. Good. Let's change them over. Swap legs, cross the other one over. Same again, so you're going to go one way. Hold that stretch. Coming back up. And drop to the other side. Sometimes a little bit tougher than the other, isn't it? Harder to stretch. Coming back up, okay. So as you've got that leg crossed, we're going to reach through and we're going to bring the leg towards us so that we've got that hamstring stretch, okay? If that's too much for anybody, a very similar position is sitting up nice and tall and hugging the leg in. If that one's a bit awkward for you to do laying, but no, you're managing that, that's brilliant. Okay. Pulling a C, your legs are crossed over. See if you can push that knee away to open that up in the hip. You can even take your hand and do that. You can push that knee away and open the hip up. Extra flexibility. Good. Legs go down, flip over, cross the other leg out, reach through, bring it towards you. If you want, take that hand, push that hip out, that knee out, sorry, get that hip flexibility. Lovely. Cool. And then we're just going to bring both knees in, hold underneath and give yourself a little massaging rock on your back. Good. We're going to straighten one leg and keep one leg in and give it a really big hug like we were doing when we were standing. You can really hug that leg in. Good. Then you're going to take your, so if you've got your left leg, you're going to take your left hand on top of the knee and just take it out to the side. So you're opening up in the groin, keeping the leg bent, taking it out to the side. Good. And then change over. So hug the right leg in if that's the leg you're using. Give it a good hug. Take the right hand onto the knee and take it out to the side, opening up the groin. Your leg can stay bent. And then slowly rest that leg. Last few to come, I'd like you to put your hands above your head and then bend them so you're in like a shoulder press position, like rugby post. Yeah. So your elbows are level with your shoulders bent, and your hands are facing away from you. And then I'd like you to just roll your arms across the floor until your arms go straight above you. And then bring them back into that bent position. So I'll just come up and show you if you can see the screen. So you're going straight above your head, and then you're just bringing. And you'll notice that as you straighten your arms above your head, probably your shoulders come off the floor, and that can be a little bit of a lack of shoulder flexibility. So it's really good. You can also do this standing against the wall as well, standing up, sliding the hands away from you, above your head, then bending the arms back down. One more time. Go. And then just pause them with the arms bent and just relax. Okay, so we're going to do our relaxation here. Bring your hands down beside you, palms facing up to the ceiling. Make sure you're feeling comfortable. We're just going to work through our body. Just wiggling our toes. If you've got bare feet, just give them a good wiggle. Point and flex them. Open those toes up. And just turn the ankles one way, then the other. Just point and flex the feet, which will straighten and flex the calf. Tighten the legs in your muscles, squeeze your bottom, and then relax. Just let it go heavy. Your legs can go heavy now. Back to the floor. You don't need them for a couple of minutes. Really heavy. Thinking about the tummy, we're going to take some nice deep breaths in. So we're going to breathe in, chest will lift, breathe out, and again, fill the chest with air, and breathe out. Count to 4 as you breathe in, and count to 5 as you breathe out. One more time. In for 4. Out for 5. Let's just think about our shoulders. Are they rounded? Let's open the shoulders up. Reposition those shoulder blades on the floor. Open the chest. And we're just going to look over the right shoulder. And then over the left shoulder. Just going to pause music. Just take one more breath. Okay. And slowly I want you to bend the right leg and then the left leg. I want you to roll onto one side, drop the knees, bring both arms over to one side. Pause there for a second. And then slowly bring yourself back up to sitting. Oh, didn't lose anybody. Oh, I thought some of you dropped off then. Okay, so just let's give those shoulders a nice little roll. All right, and just sit nice and calm. And a nice deep breath. Brilliant. Well done.